Okay, so here's my pitch for the legend of Saint Urho. Starts with a flashback, okay? 20 years ago, a farmer, his wife, and their son, who's Urho, are out in the vineyards taking care of the grapes, and suddenly grasshoppers appear out of nowhere, just swarms of them, and they start attacking the grapes. And the farmer and his wife, they fight back, and the boy fights back, but there's too many. And the farmer and his wife are mortally injured, and they're laying on the ground covered in grasshoppers, and they're dead, and the grapes are gone. And poor Urho is taken away to a local monastery to be raised by monks. And then you flash forward, and it's present day, and farmers are out in the field working in the grapes again, and suddenly more grasshoppers appear, and there's a giant swarm of them, and they come in, and it looks like all is lost, and then a figure appears, and it's Saint Urho with his pitchfork, probably just Urho then, with his pitchfork, and he starts fighting the grasshoppers and shooting, I don't know, magic waves out of them, magic rays out of his pitchfork. And he repels the grasshoppers and drives them off. And everybody is amazed, and they welcome him, and they take him in, and they throw a huge party for him. And the next day, there's more grasshoppers attacking, but Urho is already there, and they seem larger, and he manages to repel them as well, and the grapes are once again saved. But Urho is troubled because he knows this doesn't look good. And on the third day, it's these giant grasshoppers, like the size of dogs, that are attacking. And Urho is fighting them. And suddenly he hears a voice saying, Urho, you cannot defeat nature. And it's Herra Heinesurka, the grasshopper lord, who's a man who looks like part grasshopper. And possibly his wife, I forget the name right now, but it's like Hepokati, which means Katie did. I may work her in. And he comes there, and Urho is fighting him and dispatches the grasshopper-sized, or the dog-sized grasshoppers, but he can't defeat Herra Heinesurka, who's got him on the ropes, and Urho is down on the ground, and all of a sudden, the townspeople who believe in Urho start chanting, and I have to look up the words again. They start chanting, Heinesurka, Heinesurka, meni talte hetin, which means grasshopper, grasshopper, go to hell. And as they chant, Urho gains strength, and he finally stands up, and he smashes the grasshopper lord and drives him away, and he blows all the grasshoppers away. And at the end, this is legendary. I have to find it now. And then everybody gathers on the hills overlooking the lakes, start chanting again, and they raise Urho over their head, kicking out like grasshoppers, and slowly change into their costumes from green to purple. And it ends with singing and dancing polkas and schottisches and drinking grape juice. And that is the legend of Saint Urho.